After trading for Joe Thuney and Jonah Jackson, what are the Bears' biggest needs heading into free agency? Well, most of us spent a lot of time researching guards in this year's free agent market. It was by far our biggest need heading into the offseason. But in 24 hours, Ryan Poles has quickly changed that. By acquiring four-time All-Pro Joe Thuney and one-time Pro Bowler Jonah Jackson, Ryan Poles has crossed the guard position off of this year's free agent wish list. Since that trade, some other rumblings and news have also occurred around the NFL. I wanted to quickly cover the Bears' top free agent targets after the recent trade, but also some other tidbits. The Chargers released pass rusher Joey Bosa, and numerous reports are the Bears could be close to signing a new tight end. Former Dolphins longtime backup tight end Durham Smyth. The Bears have also brought back two exclusive rights free agents, tendering contracts for both Bill Murray and Daniel Hardy. Bill Murray, if you remember, filled in at left guard this year and had one of the most memorable debuts I've ever seen from an unknown offensive lineman. Awesome to have Bill Murray back, and Daniel Hardy was a big contributor on special teams. All that and more, let's go ahead and get right into it. First, I want to talk about the tight end rumors. Durham Smyth is a 29-year-old free agent that actually developed underneath Ben Johnson, who was his tight end coach early in his career in Miami. Smith was a fourth-round pick who spent most of his career as a backup tight end, but he has started 74 games over the last 7 years. He is more known for his blocking prowess than being a big-time receiver, but he has been a decent check-down option as well, catching 132 passes for over 1,200 yards and 3 touchdowns. Signing a more capable backup tight end would make a ton of sense heading into free agency. Ben Johnson is a former tight ends coach who's very creative at utilizing the position in this offense. And right now, all we have is Cole Kmet. Adding a capable blocking tight end that Ben Johnson is familiar with would make a ton of sense. So keep an eye on this one. I believe it's close to being a done deal. He was actually released by the Dolphins, so we could sign him before the start of free agency. And now let's go ahead and talk about that. After trading for two interior offensive linemen, I no longer believe we will be in the market for a free agent guard. Now, we are still very likely to draft a guard, but I don't see us pursuing any of the big name guys at the position when it comes to free agency. So, after making two trades in 24 hours, who are the Bears' top targets heading into free agency now? To me, I think two positions really stand out. I think center should easily still be the number one priority. Ben Johnson made it clear he does not want a rookie at center. So unless he plans on putting Jonah Jackson or Joe Thuney there, I think making center our number one priority makes a lot of sense. To me, Drew Dahlman, the free agent target from the Atlanta Falcons, should be the number one guy on the list. After Dahlman, the two guys I'd really keep an eye on are Josh Myers, the center from the Green Bay Packers, who was Justin Fields' former center at Ohio State, and Ryan Kelly, the longtime center for the Indianapolis Colts. Myers is the younger of the two, but Kelly has been one of the best centers in the NFL for the last decade. Any one of these three guys would solidify the offensive line going into the NFL draft. But besides the center position, the other priority has to be improving the pass rush. And there was some news on that front as well. The Chargers have released Joey Bosa, so that's another veteran pass rusher that's going to hit the market. Now, I'm not necessarily saying the Bears should go after Bosa, but they do need another pass rusher. And the more options available in free agency, the more likely this is to happen. Also, the more quality pass rushers that are on the market, the less likely we'll have to severely overpay or get into a bidding war with another team. So with another name now going to the market, it makes the likelihood that we land a pass rusher more likely. Some of the guys we should be looking at in addition to Joey Bosa are Josh Sweat, Chase Young, Khalil Mack, Matthew Judon, and Hassan Reddick. At least a handful of high-quality pass rushers that bring 10-plus sack a season upside. The Bears need to land one of these guys while still drafting a young pass rusher to develop behind them. The other names I'll throw onto the list as sleepers are Colts defensive end Dayu Odeyingbigo and Chiefs free agent pass rusher Charles Omenihu. I think adding a quality pass rusher and a center would allow Ryan Poles to go into this draft with a ton of flexibility. Let me know what you guys think. It's been a crazy 24 hours for the Bears, trading for two guards, a four-time Pro Bowler, Joe Thuney, who really changes the complexion of this offensive line. He's going to come in and be the best offensive lineman we've had in the last decade from day one. And also an offensive lineman that's instantly going to be a team captain. We haven't had that since Cody Whitehair, who, in my opinion, was kind of iffy as a captain. But let me know how you guys are feeling. Please remember to hit that like button for me. Stay tuned. I have a ton more free agent coverage and draft coverage on the way. Stay tuned. And until next time, bear down.